Okay, so I am back here for an extended reading. Um, I just wanted to get a card on what is the potential outcome if we follow this advice, if we stay in the present moment, if we are grateful for the synchronicities, if we're in alignment with our passions and our and we're feeling good about ourselves. Like, what is the outcome if we follow this advice? Okay, death. So transformation. Yeah, I just get this energy of like things will transform, things will be reborn in a better way, in a way that like you won't be able to expect. So that's why it's like so important to be in the here and now, because as co-creators we have to be in the here and now, because we're walking into the outcome, but we don't know what the outcome is going to be. So that's why it's so important to like be in your feminine energy, because the feminine energy, think about it, is very mysterious. It's very dark. It's the dark contrast, whereas the masculine attribute is the light contrast. So being in our feminine energy can cause a lot of fear if we are not grounded, if we are not connected to our bodies, if we don't love our bodies, if we don't want to be in our bodies, if we're constantly distracting ourselves like the devil from our bodies, then we can't be in the here and now. And then we're missing out on the miracles, because the miracles are happening in the here and now. We are aligning. Like you are always receiving messages. You're always supported. So yeah, it's like, and that's why it came with this happy, happy in reverse. It's saying, because like when you're in the dark, when you're in the feminine energy and you're in your shadows, which would be like the devil, and you're in that shadow energy, it can be easy to be susceptible to it. And so that's why it's saying like play and lighten up and take a more lighthearted approach to things, so that you're not feeling so much heaviness, because right now the energy is like the collective energy feels very heavy. Um, it feels very heavy. And so if you don't um, like recognize, and you don't take the time to be in the here and now and see things from a different perspective, you'll get caught up in that energy. And it's a very victim energy, like I was saying, like victim consciousness right now, and we're learning that collectively. So it can get very heavy, and that's why it's important to, every time you feel those really heavy feelings, to shift, which it would be like the treasure island, and it's like the law of attraction, and you just have to see it. Like you have to take a step back and observe, just like him. He's taking a step back and observing your thoughts, and recognizing every time you're telling yourself that, like you're not going to get what you want, or like that wishes don't come true, or like I'm constantly struggling, or things never work out for me, like whatever that is. And planting and then like shifting it and planting a new seed. And I love that there's like planting here too. She's kind of like planting this. So I like that. Like really connecting to the earth. Otherwise, like this transformation, like I said, it's going to feel like that tower moment where it's like happening to you. But this is saying like things will transform. Even though what I'm seeing right now is Spirit saying like we're learning to rely on our faith, which is also our very feminine energy, and like believing that the outcome will be great, like better than we can even imagine, like I was saying. And you have to use your imagination, which was on this creativity card. You have to use your imagination to create an outcome that's never happened to you before. Like instead of like incorporating these past pains, or like this might happen because it happened this last time, you have to create a whole new like story, a whole new way it can transpire, because it has to be in alignment with what you desire. That's all about the treasure island. Um, and so you have to feel how you want to feel before you actually have what you have, if that makes sense. You have to create the feelings with your thoughts and with your emotions, but then like leave the outcome up in the air. So like instead of being scared, like you don't know what's coming, you don't know what's coming, you don't know what's coming, and you feel like you have to protect yourself because something bad's going to happen because something bad happened in the past, you have to say, oh my gosh, I'm so excited, like I don't know what's coming, but it feels wonderful. And like focusing on your feelings, because for me, I've had to focus on my feelings, because when I focus on my mind, everything seems out of my control, and so it feels like it makes me want to feel very frustrated, or it makes my like ego want to really like focus on the timing of things, and it wants to control you, it wants to manipulate, and that's not our feminine energy. Our feminine energy does not manipulate. It goes with the flow. It says, okay, I don't really know what's coming right now, but I will know what to do. I'll know when to do it because I'm with my guides, I'm with my intuition, and I trust that over what's happening on the outside. And we are really learning how to come back into ourselves, like that gut instincts that was underneath the deck, your intuition, your knowing, and relying on that instead of relying on the ego that has been trying. It's like, we're upgrading our minds, and they're very still caught up in like the Stone Age. And if you think about the mind, it's very, I just see so many people's minds are like hard as rocks. They're not flexible, and the feminine energy is very flexible. It's very adaptable. It's like a child's mind. We have to be able to adapt to different things, especially as the earth is changing so rapidly, as we're ascending. Like, we're going to have to be able to learn how to do things in a new way, which is going to require us to go with the flow and not know things all the time. We're not going to be able to know the outcomes of things all the time. So we're going to have to get more comfortable with being in this energy of our feminine energy, which is very receptive. It's like seeing in the dark and trusting your senses over what you can't see right now. Because you're relying on your feelings, you're seeing, and when you do that, like when you're using your feelings to guide you, you align with Treasure Island, because you're saying to the universe, I'm trusting to choose you, to choose the feelings that you're giving me right now, over what may be happening outside of me or outside of my control, which would be like the tower moment. And then you see beyond the surface. And then you have like just a greater understanding, and that's where the Hanged Man comes in. Then you begin to see things from a different perspective. Okay, what is the outcome with the Death card? What is the potential outcome? Okay, the Hierophant. So being able to... I feel like this is just about like being spiritually led, like stepping into your power, like maybe being a spiritual teacher, or what else is the potential outcome? Like it's just like this, I'm getting this feeling of feeling supported by the universe, or feeling supported by God, or whatever it is that resonates for you, is what the transformation will bring. Like this newfound sense of like leadership. That's what I'm getting there. What else? What else is the potential outcome with the Hierophant? Okay, yes, the Queen of Pentacles, which I really reminds me of the devotion to the small. Feeling very prosperous, feeling very valuable, like knowing your power, knowing your worth, feeling connected to the earth. I really like that. I really love the Queen of Pentacles energy. She's like the mother, the nurturer. It's really that feminine energy embodied into... It's just about like self-care, really, and taking care of yourself, and helps you to take care of other people in your relationships, and she helps you to meet your own needs. Like, so yeah, it's just really about nurturing yourself right now, especially as this death is occurring, and like there's so many things happening. Like, it really is about being in the here and now, and just like being with yourself and being with your body, taking care of your body with foods, like with physical exercise, with being in nature, because the Queen of Pentacles is like, she's the queen of nature. So it's like being really connected to the flow of the seasons, connected to like, just like water is important to go with the flow, to be in your feminine energy. The trees, to feel very grounded and stable during this time of uncertainty, so that you feel very strong and you feel very like powerful. And also the Queen of Pentacles, she feels very successful because she knows her value. And then underneath the deck was Six of Cups, which I love. It's just this energy of like nostalgia, the past. I like this, like, because you can also, when you are creating, like if you're wanting to create like joyous moments or happy moments or moments filled with love, you can draw on moments from the past of moments and times that you felt this feeling of love, or this feeling of innocence, or this feeling of friendship with other connections, as a way to create your future reality or events you want to. Like if you're drawing on moments that were happy or loving or fun, and that's definitely okay if like you're using those as like a basis for your creation, or like what you want to create. But like sometimes also when we get caught up in the past of like the things, we spiral into those moments of like when things didn't go the way we wanted to, or those times we were hurt, those times we were disappointed or, whatever it was. So this is saying like, yeah, it's fine and it's okay to be like revisiting the past, or like allowing yourself to have memories of the past, but to not get too caught up in it, to like still be a little bit detached. But I like that because it feels like, yeah, the Three of Wands after that's like this energy of like waiting, like not really having all the information, not ready to move forward quite yet, still standing back and observing. But there's this desire to like rush forward and be impulsive. That's what it's like, this energy of like back and forth, kind of like of knowing I need to be still but also wanting to rush forward at the same time. And then judgment, so like awakening to your higher calling. This is always like awakening to your purpose to me, and like really like coming to the light and like willing to see the light, and like forgiveness. I'm also hearing forgiveness, and because they're kind of like throwing their arms up there, like, yeah, I like that. Okay, all right, let's get some oracle cards for that one. What else is the potential outcome here with this Death, the Hierophant, and Queen of Pentacles? Family, belonging, community, culture, tribe. I like this. So like feeling, I like that too with the Queen of Pentacles, like that feeling of family, that feeling of home within yourself. It's like the Queen of Pentacles, and I like that because it's like a nest. It's like creating a nest within yourself. This could be also like creating a nest in your home. It's like creating that nest where you feel safe, where you feel secure, where you feel loved and like you belong. That's what I'm getting, is like through this transformation, like you might be spiritually led to people that feel more like your family. Or this might just create like relationship dynamic shifts is what I'm getting. The more you like nurture yourself, the more you take care of yourself, the more you listen to your spiritual guidance and follow your guidance, like and you stay grounded and you stay rooted in your truth, like you stay true to who you are, and nurture yourself and love yourself, that this will also like, this is like shifting your perspective and how you see family and what family means to you is what I'm getting. It's very interesting. I like that. Okay. And then what else? What else is the potential outcome with family? Exchanging gifts in reverse. I think I'm going to read that because I'm not really sure what this one means in reverse. Let's see here. This is the potential outcome. I feel like, yeah, but what I'm getting intuitively before I even read this is that what was imbalanced, like I was saying, the family dynamics are going to shift. That's what I'm getting there, like the relationships of like giving and receiving. What was once imbalanced, like where you overgave and like you didn't get anything in return, that's going to shift is what I'm getting. Let's see though. Let's see what it says. Be careful what you pray for because you just might get it. Is this right? I think that's right. And then realize you don't want to face the hefty price tag that comes with it. You may find yourself in a situation you've always desired, but know you will have to walk away from, or even fail at, because you can't or won't pay the dues it asks of you. If you want to be a famous musician, you have to practice your craft every day. If you want to be a millionaire, you have to be responsible for managing the money and paying the taxes. Even a windfall bears a cost. It's okay though, because spirit will help you achieve balance over time. Another message here reminds you that being only the giver and not the receiver plays out in many relationships in your life where you find yourself in victim mode. I was saying that, in a codependent dynamic, yes, or holding on to a false sense of control, yes. Others may push you to continue to prove yourself. That's what I was feeling there with that Queen of Pentacles. Like, you don't have to prove yourself, you know your value. The time has come to distance yourself from this kind of imbalance. I was saying that. Be aware of the need for both give and take is the first step to your true destiny. It's all good and getting better. Not only can you handle this, but you can flourish as a result of it. I love that with the Queen of Pentacles. That felt really relevant. I'm glad I read that. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling there. Let's see what else comes up. What else is your advice with this exchanging gifts in reverse? Or this isn't advice, but our potential outcome. To be fair in reverse. Another like giving and receiving kind of card, but in reverse. This is saying that whatever injustice or like whatever imbalances you are facing right now, like any inequality, I want to read that one too, I think, will be resolved, but it's like saying that you have to stand your ground, I think. I was also getting that kind of with the Queen of Pentacles. Injustice and inequality are part of life, but they do not have to define your experience. This is a time when you may observe an injustice righted and fairly redressed. Perhaps you come to the rescue of someone else or are called to answer a personal slight. You will be amazed at the sense of power that surges through you when you stand up for yourself and others. I was saying that. This card also indicates a good time to advocate for others who are less fortunate. Choose your cause and commit to it because you can make a difference. One thing is for certain. If fairness is your intention, the situation will be resolved for the highest good of all concerned through acts of kindness, empathy, and courage. That's beautiful. Okay, and what else? Potential outcome. So it feels like there'll be a peaceful resolution if you can focus on nurturing yourself, taking care of yourself, and not getting caught up in other people's drama. Yeah, not for you, it says. I'm going to read this one too. Because it's saying like rejection is God's protection. Let's see here, number 6. A clear knowing that something is being denied you. Rejection is God's protection, it says. There are times when it appears that no matter how deeply you desire something, no matter how hard you work at something, the result you seek always seems to elude you. It's as if you don't really get to be in the game and you feel you're just watching from the sidelines. The appearance of this card indicates that you are not going to attain what you want right now. That, indeed, your dreams for that exact thing will not be fulfilled. This is a time to radically accept, that's totally the feminine energy, that not everything is available to you when you want it. Take heart, for there are benevolent forces who desire the best for you and have a much clearer idea of what is for your highest good. Rejection is God's protection. Something much better will make you truly happy. Something much better that will make you truly happy is on its way. Trust this. That's what I'm feeling there. Because back to the beginning of the reading when it was like feeling this, choosing to focus on this energy of joy, like instead of choosing to focus on the conflict and choosing, like, because there was that chaos and conflict, choosing to let something go and to like let it die and walking away, and that will really help your self-esteem. And that's why it's important to like focus on because it doesn't mean that something's not meant for you like forever. It just means that it's not good for you right now. So that's why God is protecting you from it. So you have to like have the faith, which would be the feminine energy, and focus on the lightheartedness and focus on the mystery and choose to create something from like the here and now and from the energy of love. And what I mean by that is like the Queen of Pentacles kind of is like feeling the energy of love within yourself and like feeling like this is like, because she provides for herself, this could also have to do with like finances and career. So like you could be being spiritually led to focus on that right now. That's what I'm getting. But you want to focus on like love, and that's why there's this like 6 of Pentacles here. And it's okay to like be in the energy of love and to feel joy. Obviously that's what's going to bring you closer to what you want, but it's also about like balancing and being practical and moving away from like that wanting to control it like the devil, like wanting to control the timing, wanting to control the outcome, and then that just puts you in resistance. So it's about really like being in tune with your body, because that's the Queen of Pentacles. That always represents like the physical body to me. Being in tune with like your cycle, and like when you listen to your intuition, you'll, like I was saying, you'll know when to make the right move. You'll know when to say yes. You'll know when to say no. But that does require you to be in the here and now, so that you're connected to that part of you that's always, like always supported, and you're never abandoned. So like a lot of us tell this like story that like we're going to be left, and like just because love isn't here for us now means it's never going to come. And so then we like choose to like, we want to control, we want to manipulate. That's why a lot of people like, there's a lot of women that have babies with men because they think it's going to make them stay, or it's going to make them love them, and so then they put this poor child in the middle of something because they think that the child is going to make them love them or it's going to make them stay, and they use the child to manipulate, and that's like makes people feel very bound. It makes people feel very trapped. And so it's like you have to be able to be in your feminine energy and have the self-discipline and have the faith to be able to take control of things and to not try to, and you don't take control of things by trying to force them to go the way that you want them to go. You do it by letting things happen as they will, and being in the here and now and being at peace and feeling the energy of joy, or feeling all your emotions, whether they come and go, but always returning to the energy of joy, because that's who you are as a soul. Your essence is joy. Okay. And that's why it's saying to like not cling, especially to like with the regeneration in reverse, to like let it go. It's not for you. But it still feels like things will be balanced out. Like choosing to stay optimistic, choosing to stay hopeful and faithful about it, instead of choosing to like be a victim of it, or like, yeah, because like it's that feeling of like things not being fair, and it can make you want to be very angry, and it can make you want to be very frustrated, and it can make you feel like things are happening to you. But what you're realizing is like you're coming into your power. It's like your self-esteem, having the willpower, feeling supported by nothing outside of you, by feeling completely supported by yourself. Okay, let's pull a couple more here and then I'll be done. Do we need to know? Shifting, yeah, things are shifting as you focus on the present moment. You let go of control is what I'm getting. What are we not seeing clearly? Yeah, servicing, like things are coming like to the light with the tower there, especially like things are coming to the surface to be recognized, to be shifted. And it's about like being in your feminine energy and observing them with a lighthearted sense, instead of like beating yourself up and having the discipline to change the things that don't align with you anymore, that keep you feel bound and trapped, and letting them go. What is your advice? Okay, 2 came out. Yeah, power and vibrational. Yeah, so focusing on your power, being in the vibration of power. I really like that. That's the advice. Like by being in the here and now, you feel the vibration of your power. Like, and it feels like it's so annoying because like you'll be in the present moment. It doesn't seem like you're doing anything except for focusing on the vibration of love and gratitude and like whatever you want to feel, and you're focusing on that, and you feel like you're not doing anything, but that actually is your power, because you're shifting your vibration. And when you shift your vibration, you align with Treasure Island. You align, like, so it's about using your imagination and like planting those seeds and being in the vibration. Yeah, and then underneath there is commitment, because the Hierophant can also be commitment. Yeah, that's what I'm getting there. Okay, and then a couple from magical messages from the fairies. A little ridiculous with my cards. Okay, what do we need to know? With shifting? Walk away, exactly, and that's what that regeneration was. Leave the unhealthy situation and enjoy the new doors that open as a result. What are we not seeing clearly? Holiday. And this says the answer you're looking for can be found during a vacation, retreat, or holiday getaway. So you may need to take a break, let yourself, like especially with the yin energy, it's like let yourself relax, meditate, take care of yourself. Get some alone time maybe. Be with yourself, be with your thoughts, your feelings. What is your advice? Oh wait, I didn't get one on this. From here. What is the potential outcome with this not for you? From these cards. Return of spirit. Yeah, that's what I was feeling with the Hierophant too. Is like returning to like the support around you. Instead of that support, like thinking it's going to come from a relationship, or thinking it's going to come from a job, or whatever. It's like you're returning to spirit, and that's your foundation, that's your support, and that will shift, that will transform things. Okay, what is your advice with this power and vibrational? Love life, yeah. Focusing on love. This says the basis of your question involves your romantic life, which is now changing for the better. Yeah, by focusing on love, that's your power. Being in the here and now is where you experience love, not in the future, not from the past, but right here, right now. When you're connected with Source, you're always in the energy of love. You feel so provided for, and you feel powerful, and that shifts your whole vibration, and you begin to align with, the treasure island there. Okay, so what is the potential outcome? Okay, patience, please. What you're asking for is coming about. Have patience, as there are unseen factors that need to occur first. Yeah, this is very Queen of Pentacles, needing to be patient, especially as things come into fruition. People tend to think that they come like when, that's the control and the distorted feminine, where it's like, it has to come at this time, and if it doesn't come at this time, then it's not coming at all, and I have to give up, and I need to do something else, and I need to control something else, and I need to plan something else. And it's just like, slow down, have some patience. It says vegetarian, yeah, so like focusing on the body, eating foods that ground you and are connected to the earth, because you are healing emotionally, and things are feeling a little like stormy right now. It says as your heart heals of old emotional pain, you receive the new blessings and love. But yeah, just like letting yourself heal like any anger. Yeah, that's what I'm getting there. Okay, now I'm going to read this devotion to the small, and I'll be done. 32. She bows, she honors growth, she sees that within the smallest flower there is the teaching of the earth, the gospel of Gaia, the mystery of life demonstrated. She recognizes that she too is of nature, subject to the mysteries of growth and life, that in honoring nature and taking pleasure in life, she opens her heart to allow great creation to happen through her. This is the feminine wisdom, alive in men and women with open hearts. There is innate wisdom within you that understands this devotion to the Earth Mother as an important step in fulfilling your spiritual destiny on this planet. She is speaking to you now, letting you know that there is a small change happening, something that is growing within you, that you may recognize but not think is so important, yet she tells you now that it is very significant. Soon you will see that what you have thought was a seed to yield a single flower is actually blossoming into a lush garden of manifestation. How beautiful. Gratitude and love for the small changes exactly happening are leading you into fullness that you can only dream of and joy. The message of this oracle for you is that your blossoming is occurring now, and the Earth Mother has gratitude for your presence within her being, for the work you are doing to help with other human beings. She asks for you to surrender any concern you have to her, to let her creative power continue to gently guide you into your rightful place in the world, that you may shine as you were born to do. In service to the evolution of this planet, she is helping you now. Trust her. Oh, I love her. She's beautiful. This is the poem. A flower is a poem that tells you the truth of a thought, and the fragrance of a dream, as fleeting as a heartbeat, as lasting as a memory. I hope this is helpful, and I hope you have a wonderful week.